How are we doing? Are we live? I think we're live. Let's have a look. Yes, we're live, baby. That's good. Just gonna get the chat rolled up here. There it is, baby. How are we doing, guys? Yo, Abe. Look at you, man. Straight off the bat. That was fast, bro. Very fast. I hope you're well, man. Look at me as well. More than one stream in a week. Aren't I something? Hope you're good, brother. I'm just going to roll out community post. You know the drill, bro. You've been in here too many times to count. You know how this game goes. Let me just roll a link out on my community tab and we'll get cracking. Standard procedure, mate. Standard procedure. There we go. Okay. Let's roll this out. And with that, we are good to go, baby. Hope you guys are well. Move, Anurag, what's up? Kwasim, look at you guys. Look at you guys. Doing homework and I need something in the background. Well, I hope my voice can soothe. I always wondered that. I never really thought I had a voice for recording. I hope that that you guys think I am sufficient, whether it's on stream or in my videos. I hope you don't mind the voice too much. I never really thought any different about it. I never was worried about my voice. I just never thought it was too good for recording. So please do give me your honest opinions on that. I would love to know. But I've had a busy day today. Got a lot of good work done. Started recording the new video for Friday. Oh, just spilled my tea. New video for Friday. And chipped away at the big video, which I was talking about last stream. Ivan, what's up, bro? And then I also went to the gym. Got back in the gym for the first time in ages, which was great. Came back, did some more prep work. And now we're live here. So hope you guys are doing good. Top Fedor, top 5 all time. Whatever? Or are we talking just heavyweight? Of all time, no. Heavyweight is, 100%. I don't know where you'd place him, but yeah, he's definitely in that conversation. Not of all time, though, no. I think not being in the UFC is hurt him a little bit. How's the weather there? It's cold, bro. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Where are you at, Anurag? Where are you at? Where would you be that it's that cold? But yeah, it's okay. It's not too bad here. No, I'm not getting proper 12, bro. I don't care how many times you ask me, man. It's not happening. I'm telling you, man. I've been on Japanese tea. I'm telling you, it's the one. I'm a religious coffee drinker, but I can't lie. I've been on a lot of Japanese tea recently. It's beautiful stuff. India, bro. It's cold in India right now. That surprises me. I'm not educated. Of all time, where you rank him, oof, bro, tough one. He's up there for sure. As I said, I think it's just a case of him not being in the UFC that's definitely hurt him a little bit in that sort of regard. He was always that guy, outside of the UFC, he was the guy. And obviously his era and probably not, maybe tampered with a little bit in Bellator, dampened his legacy a tad. But I'd say he's probably, in terms of influence and who he is, not necessarily just his record, but top 10, I think is probably a good shout for him. I'll throw you a number 8. I'll throw you with that. Cheers from Iowa. Thank you, bro. It's kind of weird. I almost forget that you guys are from all across the world. It's kind of mad, So I appreciate that, man. I hope you enjoyed the videos, Ryzen. Thank you for being here. MWU as well, man. Thank you. Appreciate all of you. Look at the love, man. This is beautiful. Thank you, guys. We got some good shit. Got good shit coming up, as I said. New video. You guys are gonna like the new video, and I'll give you a little hint in a bit. I like to give, for those of you guys who haven't been in the stream before, I like to give a little hint towards the videos that comes on Friday, because you guys, you deserve it, man. You're paying it forward to me, so I appreciate that. So I like to give you throw you a little bone. So I'll give you that, guys. Give you a little hint later on. But thank you for the support, as I said. Ilya Makhachev, what's your take? Makhachev, it's just the size, bro. Ilya's great, and he has the power. But Makhachev is so well-rounded at this point in his career. He is probably one of the most well-rounded in the sport. I'd say he's underrated in that regard. I don't think people appreciate striking enough as they do. Even with the Volkanovski win, I still don't hear people talking about his striking. But I think it's elite level. So yeah, I'd go Makhachev, but never rule out Ilya, man. He's a killer. George, what's up, bro? Good to see you. Staple of the stream. If I can as well, ask you to like the stream. That would be greatly appreciated. It means just more of you guys will be flying in here. And maybe this will pop up in someone else's algorithm. You never know. But thank you, guys. Cain Velasquez unstoppable. Yeah, man. I mean, bit before my time, but I've touched on him in a few videos of mine. Yeah, he's a killer. Literally. That's poor joke, but yeah, I mean, obviously in the UFC he was a force to be reckoned with until he had to fight at altitude, and thus Sea Level Kane was born. Hello from South Africa. Philip, what's up, man? I'm assuming you were loving UFC 297 then, eh? I was pretty happy with Dricus winning too, but I'm assuming you were over the moon, bro. Alex versus Hill, I got no fave. Yeah, tough one, man. In terms of a fight, I think it's good, but it's not UFC 300 main event worthy. I think we can all agree on that. As for prediction, I've been pretty set on Jamal Hill, actually. I think that straight 1-2, Izzy caught Alex with it a few times, but I think that's going to be money for Jamal Hill. I really do. I think his fundamentals are so underrated. And Alex Pereira, a little bit chinny. Obviously, maybe less so at light heavyweight, so I will give him that. But Jamal Hill, man, I think he can find that. I think he can find Poitin's chin, and I'm a big Pereira fan. I think most people are, but... And I don't even like Jamal Hill. I think he's a bit of an arsehole, but I think he beats Alex Pereira, and I think he does it pretty soundly. Shoot me. Matchup-wise, it's fun. I can't lie to you guys. I think it's a fun one. I'm telling you, boys, Japanese tea. I know I keep rambling on about it, but it's damn beautiful. 300 have been Dricus, is he? Yeah, I think so. I think that's a good shout. I mean, obviously, in an ideal world, I would have said McGregor, Michael Chandler. No one knows what's going on behind the scenes with that, but it's obviously not the case. We're not seeing that fight for the time being. It clearly is that it seems that their hands were forced, I think, you know. Obviously, they were scrounging for a main event, you could tell. So I'm not surprised we got the matchup we got in the end. Guys, I feel like if the matchup was sorted out, if it was good, it would have been sorted out a long time ago. Do you know what I mean? Poitin kicks, Hill soy legs. Legit blew his Achilles out hooping. Yeah, that's definitely a route to victory. I know you're taking the piss a little bit, but 100%. I mean, Poitin's leg kicks, that calf kick he throws. I don't want to be Joe Rogan rambling on about calf kicks, but, you know, he's got some good ones. Stressing, though, about how close it was. Yeah, I had Dricus winning it, but it was very close. Could have gone either way, man. Alex at 300. Hill coming off a bad injury. Yeah, the recovery time is true. And he's known for being excessively out of shape in his camps. You can't deny that. So, yeah, I understand it. It's a close fight. I will not deny that. I just have Jamal Hill at the moment. Again, I might fluctuate, bro. I originally picked Topuria when I first saw the 298 matchup, and I ended up bottling it and going back to Volkanovski a week later. So, you know, I'm subject to change. Yeah, he doesn't deserve a title shot. I agree. I don't think Adesanya deserves the shot, but I think he will get it. Narrative sell fights, man. That's the bottom line of the UFC. I don't need to tell you guys that. I've said it many times before. You've probably heard it many times before. That's how it is. I got Hill winning because Alex is getting older. Another good point. The 35 curse. It is, to be fair, in his defense, the 35 curse has only been applied to, I think, the welterweight division and below for that 1-22 record. But doesn't mean it won't have a factor, especially on middleweight. But you could argue the opposite. I can't speak. Pereira's record is only 8-2 or something like that. 9-2 now, I think. So his MMA mileage is very low. But again, kickboxing career, extensive. So he has been hit pretty hard. 165-pound title is happening. Conor Chandler has to be the first fight. Yeah, maybe. It's a good point. I did see rumors about that. So it popped up on my Twitter timeline. There was a fighter talking about it. Fiziev. Rafael Fiziev was talking about 165-pound division. I'm all for it, man. I can't lie. Maybe not 165. 185, I think it makes more sense as a division because you don't have the gap. But, hey, UFC will do what they want to do. But I'm all for another division. Why not? Breathe some new life into the game. South African, no. Early prediction between is that Cameron Simon or Simon? Is it Cameron Simon? Is that his name? And Talbot. I don't know too much about Talbot, but I like Simon a lot. I think he obviously is he coming off a loss now? I know he had a loss more recently. He kind of got fraud checked a little bit, but no, he's very talented, young guy, plenty of skin in the game. He'll be fine. Yeah, I like him a lot, so I'll go Simon. Happened to flyweight now. Moreno lost. It's in a weird one, isn't it? I don't really know what they're going to do with it. It feels like we've come full circle back to... You rewind back to a few years ago when Dana was talking about closing the flyweight division. It almost feels like we come back to that. Because it was the last few years, flyweight's been great, partly because of Moreno. There's still some good fighters in there. It's not going to get closed or anything, but I feel like the standards maybe dropped a little bit. I don't think that's fair to... I don't think that's unfair to say. Next for Pantoja. It's a tough one, isn't it? Emir Albazi, maybe... That would be a shout. Albazi versus Royval. Maybe you do for an eliminator, and then the winner of that. Aspinall has to wait for Bones for so long. What do you think he should do? I don't know. I don't think he can do anything, Anurag, bro. That's the tough one. I wish he had an option. I don't think the UFC are gonna give it to him, man. There's nothing to give him, which sucks. You could do a live reaction. This live catches a lot of people. What do you mean a live reaction? Like a watch along? I did do a couple of those. I just don't have the stamina to stream for like 6 hours. So I will say credit to the guys that do it because it is very tiring. You might not think it is, but keep in mind I got to stay up till 7 a.m. to watch a pay-per-view. So it is fucking hard. I can't lie. Being a UK fan and streaming at the same time is very difficult. So probably not on the lines for me again in the future, just in the normal streams. Hamzat versus Izzy should have been in 300. Yeah, that's a good shout as well. But obviously Hamzat was dealing with Ramadan. So was Makhachev. So I think that was put those guys both off the table. Moreno had such a poor showing. No dog in him. Yeah, lack of the jab wasn't there. A bit one-dimensional. Strange from him, I have to say. Bro, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I saw you in the stream the other day. I appreciate it. I hope you're well. Shall I just call you Alm? Thank you, bro. I saw you listen to the podcast as well. Thank you for that. I hope you enjoyed that. I think it's crazy that Umar Nurmagomedov is fighting a newcomer based on the fact that he was scheduled to fight Corey Sandhagen. Yeah, I mean, I think it's more of a factor of Umar not being able to get the fight. No one wants to fight him. That's just the reality of it. No one ranked wants to fight the guy, so I feel like his hand was forced. Guru's brother. I don't agree with that statement, but I wouldn't even call that high praise, and I don't even dislike Guru, but thank you. Matchmaker in the UFC. First fight would you make? Aspinall Jones. Bang. Black Lung Randy. That's a good name, bro. Best YouTuber out there, MMA YouTuber? Nah, man. But thank you. Hi, that's high praise. Thank you. There's plenty of better ones. Lionel Rivera, he's great. I'm talking more ones that operate in my sort of sub-niche. Patrick Guy, but he's the GOAT, bro. I say that all the time. That guy, I take so much inspiration from the way I... Just subtle editing differences I make with my videos, partly from him. So, I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen his videos at least once before, but go check him out. He's the GOAT of the game for a reason. Just Ali is fine. Got it, bro. Ali or Ali. One of the two. Leon was nice for accepting 3 potential fights. Yeah, he's game as hell, man. He was the only one who wanted to fight Chimaev back in the day. They forced him to basically fight Chimaev. I don't know if you guys were watching back then, but in lockdown, he was basically forced to fight Chimaev 3 separate times because no one else wanted to, and they removed Leon from the rankings at one point. Crazy in hindsight, looking how good he's doing now. But the fight never happened because of COVID, which is kind of crazy. I actually think in hindsight as well, I think Leon would have won there. Would have been easy money. You think Merab is a problem for anyone? Of course, bro. Of course he is. He's the cardio king, bro. I actually think the Sean O'Malley matchup is closer than people give it credit for. I think people are writing off Sean quite a lot there, but Merab's got very good, just the pace he sets. He's a little bit chinny, though. I think O'Malley can definitely catch him. Like Muhammad Ali, got it, bro. Yeah, man. UFC 10 years and can't stuff a takedown. Yeah, I said this on stream on Sunday about the whole thing with he doesn't have an actual coach or an actual camp. He just sort of floats between. Kind of like what Ian Gary's doing right now. Obviously, I think his hand's kind of been forced. But yeah, does it on purpose. He just decides, fuck it, I don't want to train with a specific camp. He just rolls around. Goes across the country to different spots. And I think that's partly why he's having little success right at the top level. Because he's so talented. You don't get that far without being... Sorry, burp there. Without some level of talent, you know? Hype for MVP Holland. I mean, I'm excited, but not as much as like... If the MVP was in here 5 years ago, then yeah, I would be. If he was 5 years younger, I'd be a lot more hyped. But no, he's on the back end of his career and he's trying to get a payday. And I don't blame him for that in one bit, but as a fan, let's be real, you got to see this for what it is. He ain't going to be a champ. He ain't going to try and... He's not trying to fight for a belt. He's trying to get a nice payday. And I'm sure he's getting paid pretty good compared to what he was getting paid in Bellator. So, more power to him. I think Kevin Holland actually beats him, but won't be surprised either way. Merab is funny. Yeah, I know. What a redemption arc he's had, man. Funny and Mexican. He's actually fun and Mexican. Yeah, he has decided to just go full Mexican. Dana White for a whole 24 hours. What are you doing? Upping the minimum fighter pay. That would be the first thing I did. Fuck those 10K to show, 10K to win contracts. We're getting them out of here. Promoting Tom Aspinall to undisputed champion and stripping John Jones. And then making them fight, because fuck it. Make as many fights as I like. Adesanya, Dricus. Yeah, again, you have to plan it though, don't you? You have to plan it strategically because you got to stagger these events. You can't stack it all on one card. I get that. But that would be my priority. Rob got a chance. Yeah, for sure. Of course he does, bro. Ain't no one writing him off, bro. Craziest pace in the UFC. Yeah, he is up there. I think the only one you could rival is Colby, and his recent showing would probably knock him down a peg, I imagine. Kevin loses. He ain't trying to win. Yeah, he's a weird one, isn't he? I mean, MVP's kind of like that as well. He doesn't try and win. He just takes the piss until he does win. If he came 5 years ago, imagine how much more hype this matchup would be. When is the Morgan Wallen stream? Bro, Frederick, I don't know who Morgan Wallen is, bro. I remember you, bro. Who is Morgan Wallen? I don't know. I don't know who that is, man. I'm sorry. There better be not some hidden bait name or something. I cannot be duped, all right? You cannot do what people have done to Michael Bisping to me. It doesn't happen. It does not happen. Offer Leon the number one contender in the welterweight division and the only Muslim fighter that would fight during Ramadan. Now, Offer Leon 3 Muslim fighters during Ramadan. Yeah. I mean, their hand was forced, as I said. So they were scrambling. So I'm not surprised they offered him those matchups. But recency bias getting out of hand a little bit. I mean, I'm trying to give me a good example. And I'll happy to refute those claims at all. I don't know. I wouldn't say so. Crazy. I think maybe it's almost the opposite. I don't know. Who is Morgan Wallen? Yeah, this man, I don't know. This got asked in my stream 2 weeks ago, and I still don't know. What a guy he is, bro. Bisping's a legend. I had the privilege of meeting him, man. Michael Bisping he is my idol in MMA and combat sports. Obviously, as an Englishman, I look up to that guy massively. And getting to meet him was probably one of the few times I've ever been starstruck. I can't lie. It was awesome. Met him at 286. I think I mentioned this in a stream a while back, so some of you guys probably already know that, but it was awesome. He was about to go on air for the first fight on 286, so I only got a couple moments with him, but he gave us the time of day. He was a legend, man. Big guy as well, bigger than you think. Me and Susan want to hear you sing Morgan Wallen for our honeymoon. I appreciate that, Frederick, bro, but I don't know who Morgan Wallen is. I have no idea. I don't know if you got me mixed up with someone else, man. But I appreciate the love all the same. Bilal future champ? No, not happening. When did you start watching MMA? So, weirdly, I know this might surprise some of you guys, considering I fucking do a YouTube channel about it, and I'm never really, obsessed with MMA, but obviously, everyone knew about the McGregor era. I never really watched MMA, even in the McGregor era, and I wish I remember the first card I watched, but I'm pretty sure it was maybe the one right after Khabib versus McGregor. I didn't actually watch 229 Khabib versus McGregor, weirdly, even though it's it got loads of people into the sport. I never actually watched it live. I think it was the card after that I started watching. So 2018 was when I started watching, and then I gradually just became a super fan. 2019, I started really delving into the history of the sport, so watching less live fights, but really catching up on the history of the sport, different fighters, and just getting caught up with the storylines and all that. And then by late 2019, I was watching every fucking fight night. And then I think that's the same with a lot of people. You just get the bug, right? And you're obsessed. I'm staying up every night, every Saturday, watching fights. Even the Holly Holm main event back in the day, I wouldn't do that now. I've become enlightened. I can't bring myself to do that now. But yeah, since 2018, and I've been obsessed ever since, man. All the way through uni, and then now post-graduating, I am loving it. Still love it. Still, maybe a little bit of burnout over the last year or so, because that comes with working on around MMA as well, but I love the sport, man. Best commentator in the UFC, Paul Felder. I think I'd say John Anik, but if you're talking outside of him being the play-by-play guy, so not including John Anik, because I would say him, I'd probably say Paul Felder. He's great, man. He has the perfect balance of wit, humor, and analysis. He's like the perfect blend of what you want from the smart analysis of Dominic Cruz and the sort of playfulness of a guy like DC. You put them both together and they sort of nullify the weaknesses. I like Paul Felder a lot, man. Morgan Waller is some singer. Not sure what Frederick is on. No, me neither, bro. Worst nickname, Assassin Baby on the Mind Goblin. Who is the Mind Goblin, Pond, bro? Who is that? I like the Assassin Baby. I think it's kind of cool. It's better. No, I'll tell you what is the worst nickname in MMA. It's Caitlin Shukagan, Blonde Fighter. That is the shittiest nickname ever. And I won't hear anything else. That is terrible. There's nothing to that. You're just saying what you are. And it's terrible. Early 2021, first pay-per-view I watched live was 292. Wow, okay, so quite recent. Hasn't been a day in 3 years I haven't watched UFC content. Yeah, I know how it is, man. Once you're stuck with MMA, you are stuck with it, bro. What's up, Mason? Hope you're well, bro. Regular of the stream. Nice. I'm also a newer fan. Started in COVID, watching older fights, and then Fight Islands. Yeah, I think lockdown got a lot of people into it. A lot of people. Because everyone was stuck inside. They needed something to watch. They were like, fuck it, Fight Island, let's run it. What's the weather like in London? It's cold, but it's not too bad, bro. It's not terrible. Rainy, cloudy. In fact, today it was actually okay. Not too bad. But, pretty normal here. Starting to slowly warm up, very slowly. It was really cold not that long ago. But yeah, no, it's not too bad, bro. Do I like The Ultimate Fighter? No, Arthur. Weirdly, actually, I've never watched The Ultimate Fighter live. Or episodes, really. I've never watched a full episode of The Ultimate Fighter. Just not something I got into. You gotta understand, I'm surrounded by MMA 24/7, so I get burnt. I don't want to get burnt out. So, no, I just stick to the fight nights and pay-per-views, bro. And everything in between, but not The Ultimate Fighter, no. Leona's 2 fans, me and you. Mate, as I said, I was defending that man in the trenches of 2019. MMA Reddit hated that man, and now they all love him. Modern Felder versus Modern Miller. That's a great shout. Oof. I go Miller. I feel like he's still got gas left in the tank, but it's such a hard one. I love Felder, bro. I like both of those guys. Because Avon, you're so the pleasure man. Yes, he's. It would be good if he was actually good, but he's not, and that's what makes it hilarious. It's goated because he's terrible and he's got a weird ass nickname. Bro, it was freezing today. Are you okay? Bro, it wasn't that cold. I don't know where you're based in the UK, but it wasn't that cold in London. It wasn't too bad. Old seasons are pretty fun. The one with Nate Diaz is great. Yeah, I should go back and watch them sometime. I love the clip of Rampage just smashing up that door for no reason. MMA Reddit, bro, don't do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor and don't be on the site. Yeah, I don't use it as much as I used to. I'm not on there anymore. It's just toxic as fuck. To be fair, it used to be a lot worse. Now I'd say it's less so. MMA Twitter's way worse than Reddit. Trust me on that. Sean vs. Cheeto. Sean O'Malley Cooper all day. I like that name, bro. I like that name. Intelligent to understand what Leon is doing. He is methodical. Exactly, bro. Gotta have a high IQ to understand him. No, I'm joking. But no, I'm a big Leon fan. You guys know that. Oh, I gotta cough this shit out. Hold on, boys. We're good. John Sexual Chocolate Jones. Yes, what a throwback. That's a great shout. It's one of the worst. Yeah, to be fair, what an upgrade to Bones, bro. Why does every fighter that wins a belt automatically try to get double champ? I mean, it's kind of obvious. You become double champ, you got more leverage in contract negotiations, more brand deals, you're more notorious, should I use the word? Everything in between, you know? Why not shoot for it? You don't ask, you don't get. You have a really good channel. Thank you, Mason, bro. You're going $2.99. No fucking way. Yeah, man. I mean, that's a great card to go to. I can't lie. My first one was, the March fight night a couple years ago in London, which was awesome. And then 286. So I've been to two events. 286, Leon defending against Usman, and the London fight night, Aspinall Volkov, which was awesome. Wish I could go to more, but we're not blessed in the UK like you guys are. So, Door Rampage Smash said it didn't like Morgan Wallen, bro. I don't know who you are, bro. I'm starting to think Frederick ain't a real person, bro. Ain't no way. Whose last name is Hoxenville? It ain't real, bro. I don't know who you are. You're probably someone I know. That's the thing. And if you're not, I don't know, bro. At least the stream didn't crash. Yeah, hopefully it won't again. I don't know what was happening there. Apologies for that, guys, by the way, on Sunday. Also like Sean, but can't help think if he doesn't have improved leg defense or kick defense, Cheeto wins by decision or less. Nah. I think Sean will capitalize on the fact that Cheeto's a slow starter. A lot of guys don't do that. I guess because they're careful of Cheeto's power and he's got a great sort of counter shot. But I think Sean O'Malley will make easy work of him. I really do. But I won't count him out. I won't count out Cheeto at all. It's MMA, bro. I've made that mistake multiple times and I will not do it again. It won't be domination, but I do. Yeah, I agree with you, Pom, bro. I agree. You live in Miami, so I'm going. That's awesome, man. Enjoy it. Is it your first event? Don't mind Bilal, but remember the name has been ironic his whole career. Yeah, but he plays into that, and I almost respect him for it, you know? I almost respect him for it. He's kind of entertaining outside the cage. Just a shame he's so fucking boring as soon as the door shuts. He's awful to watch. Because I actually think he's quite entertaining outside. Cuban guy just mugs everyone in history. Who are you talking about? Is there a Cuban guy fighting at 299? Or am I crazy? The only Cuban I can think of is the Soldier of God himself, Yoel Romero. So I'm getting the card up right now. Who's Cuban fighting on 299? I don't know if any of these guys are Cuban. Maybe I don't know. Oh, is it Yeah, you're gonna have to fill me in. No, I don't know, bro. Rampage versus Tough Door 2. Who takes it? I'm going with the door, bro. To be fair, it was a cheap door for a cheap set. They've upgraded by now, man. They got a higher budget. That door's gonna be tough. No pun intended. Don't even. Sean was piecing up Cheeto. It was close. I agree that Sean was winning, but I listen. I like both guys actually, but I'm gonna go Sean. Second event, I also went to Orlando. Holland Wonderboy. Oh mate, what a fight to witness! I think the best fight I watched in terms of live, in terms of war. Like I saw some crazy knockouts. I saw Topuria knock out Jai Herbert. Obviously, Aspinall subbing Volkov. Molly McCann spinning elbow, which was crazy. But in terms of an actual fight, the best one I saw was Gaethje Fiziev. That was special, bro. That was awesome. Just an absolute slugfest. Have you been to any cards? Yeah, yeah. There's your answer, bro. Fight night: Volkov versus Aspinall, and UFC 286, which was Usman versus Edwards. 3. 6'7" Cuban kickballs. Oh, I think I heard about this guy. I think I heard about this guy. Yeah, Roberto Despa. I can't pronounce his name. Yeah, I remember seeing something on him. He's quite new to the game, right? But he's got a lot of hype around him, right? Pre-Aspinall Pavlovich was the man. Bro, he's still the man. Don't get it twisted. Timeout Frederick. UFC 300 Morgan Wallen concert. Bro, I don't even know anymore with you, bro. Guys, the longest reach ever? Really? Nah. I'm looking at him right now. Fair enough. Yeah, to be fair, he's got a big background on him, even on Wikipedia, even though he's not even in MMA. Barely even fought in MMA. Fair play to him. I'll be tuning in. Don't get it twisted, but I'll keep an eye out for him now. Dohu Choi versus Cub Swanson. That's a sleeper pick, Qasim. That's a good shout, man. Not a lot of people would pick that, bro. Superboy is his nickname. Am I correct? Versus what's Cub Swanson's nickname? I don't want to get it wrong. I have an idea in my head, but I don't want to say it. Sound like a casual. Is it Killer? Is it Killer Cub Swanson? Or am I crazy? If I just made that up? I don't know. Yeah, it is Killer. Yeah, I know my shit, boys. I know my shit. Mason is okay. I own you, bro. You can't just drop that in there. Soldier of God, best nickname. Yeah, it's up there, bro. That's an awesome nickname. I'm trying to think. What's another goated one? The Dean of Mean, Keith Jardine. That's a great one. That's an old one, though. Moment of silence for Jai Herbert. Bro, the whole arena went silent, man. That was terrifying. It was really scary. I can't lie. Credit to Topuria, though, man. Romero's a Cuban experiment. Oh, bro. Have you seen that? I think there's a Joe Rogan clip. I feel like everybody's seen it. Where they're talking about Romero. And he's like, they got him to see a doctor. And his like neck muscle had like just grown back like twice as fast as any human on Earth or something crazy. I'm probably got it way wrong. But it's something along those lines. He's a genetic freak, essentially, is what I'm getting at. I think Ngannou mid-KO'd over him is the scariest fighter alive. Yeah, that is mid-KO over him. Yeah, that specific moment where he turned him into a Pez dispenser. My man, Jesus, crazy stuff, bro. Beautiful destruction. Izzy and Gastelum, my favorite fight. That's up there. Great shout. I think my favorite fight. Yeah, actually, that's a good shout. What's your guys' favorite fight of all time? I think for me, Dan Hooker versus Dustin Poirier I can't believe they didn't win Fight of the Year in 2020. To be fair, it might have been up against Yun Jacek versus Zhang, if that was the same year. I can't remember. But that Dan Hooker Poirier fight in the Apex, my favorite fight ever, man. Just an absolute war for 5 rounds. Jai Herbert getting cut when? Nah, I think he did get unlucky. Didn't he draw with Faresiam? Or did he was quite unlucky. No, it wasn't with him. It was someone else. He drew with someone at 286. He's been unlucky with his matchmaking. You can't deny that. Cub Swanson will be remembered for getting KO'd in 6 seconds by Aldo. Nah, he won't be just remembered for that, bro. Cub Swanson's got a crazy resume. He's been in the game for so long. Best physique ever, bro. Ali, do I need to even answer that question? I think you know what it is, bro. I don't need to answer that. Who's the most aesthetic man in the UFC? There it is. Pavlovich was scary, but shows you how good Tom is, bro. Never in doubt. In fact, some of you guys are in that stream. I'm pretty sure you were there. I did the watch along for $2.95 on my crusty ass webcam, bro, and I looked like shit. But my reaction to that KO is crazy. What a moment, though. I did say it, though. I was calling it for the whole week's up on the stream up to that. I did say, George, you probably have it bookmarked somewhere, bro. Scariest KO I've seen is Emmett versus Mitchell. Oh, mate. That's a great shout. So recent. There you go. You talk about recency bias. I said it was the opposite. I didn't even remember that knockout. It was the other week. Great finish. It's terrifying. Yeah, that's up there. Favorite fight I've seen was 287, Izzy Pereira, or 292, Sean versus Aljo. Yeah, they're good picks. I wouldn't say Sean versus Aljo would be like my number one. No, Izzy Pereira, again, I can't pick fights like that as the best fights because unless you're saying you took it in person, but more so because they're just knockouts. They don't last. You want the 5-round war being in that sort of conversation, you know? Favorite knockout artist, Phil Hawes, goes out cold brutally anytime. Yeah, I feel bad for him, you know. He's actually quite talented. He's just got no chin, man. That's just it. You don't have the chin, you ain't got it. A gust of wind will knock that guy out. Hooker Dustin was a real war, yeah, man. Yeah, crazy chin on both guys, bro. I don't think there was a single knockdown in that fight, which is mental to say. People are gonna hate me for this. I love it personally. McGregor Diaz too. That's not a bad take. I wouldn't say it's like number uno, but that's a fair shout. Badger Harry versus... Well, you butchered the spelling there. I don't know, bro. I don't want to get that name wrong. Who do you think takes McGregor Chandler? You know what? I've been on Chandler for a long time, but the more I think of the fight, I think McGregor might actually beat him and call me crazy. I think the odds have definitely shrunk on it. You asked me this a year ago, and I would have said Chandler with a heartbeat, but I don't know. He's kind of chinny, and he tends to throw the fight IQ out the window the moment things get exciting, and McGregor could definitely capitalize on that. Even though I think McGregor's washed. I think both of them are kind of washed, actually, in terms of they're not going to reach the top level ever again. I think I'll still stay with Chandler for now, but it might change, and I'm definitely not set on it, bro. Cody Davison, I forgot that fight's happening. Listen, I've said this before. The heart wants Cody, the brain says Figueiredo by a brutal finish. Any sort of sense would be Figueiredo knocking him out, but I love Cody Garbrandt and I don't want him to lose, so I'm going Cody Garbrandt with all my chest. Figgy, yeah, again, Figgy's probably the right call though. Got to head out. It's all love, Avon. Go get that work done, bro. And take a quick nap. I appreciate a good nap, man. You cannot go wrong. Just don't nap for like more than 30 minutes, otherwise you'll feel like a zombie and you won't know where you are when you wake up. So have a good one though, bro. Thank you. I'm so over this whole McGregor Chandler thing. Don't think it's ever gonna happen. Yeah, it's like the boat's been missed, you know? It sucks. But hey. Well, no one really knows why that is. Whether that's McGregor, I doubt it's Chandler because he's glazing for that fight every opportunity he can get. So I think it's probably more on the UFC's end more than anything. Chandler fight Jalen Turner. Oof, that's a good fight. Almost forget they're in the same weight division, Arthur, bro. Crazy. Emmett versus Mitchell KO went from oh my god, what a KO to yeah, he's seizing up and he's dead. Yeah. That's how I felt. They're the scary ones. When their legs start spazzing out, yeah, that's when you know. Hopefully we get another stream this week and we get the PO box for a proper 12 delivery. Thing is, if I set up a PO box, you guys are either gonna send me nothing or you're gonna send me some abhorrent shit. I'd be up for it. That'd be funny. I don't know if the community's big enough for that, but I'd appreciate it all the same. So I'll consider it. What do you think is next for Holloway? Win or lose against Gaethje? Win, title shot. Lose, I'd still say title shot. I think he deserves it at featherweight, and I don't think the Gaethje fight should have that much influence over his standing in the 145 division, but I think it will. So it's a tough one. I feel for him because it's kind of shot himself in the foot almost. Jalen Turner is absolutely mahoosive indeed, bro. I don't know how he does it either. Tuivasa Don Fry. I'll go Tuivasa, bro. Just because it's modern MMA, you know? As much as there's little technique in Ty's striking, I still go Tuivasa, bro. Holloway going to take too much damage. Yeah, we're all waiting for that day that his chin just goes, aren't we? And we don't know when that's going to be, but I don't know. Yeah, he's got an insane build. Aesthetic, I might even dare say. Think if Charles gets past Arman, he beats Islam in the rematch. I think no, I don't think he does. And I'm a huge Charles fan. I won't write him out because it's Charles Oliveira, and you shouldn't ever write that man off. But if I had to make a logical pick, I would pick Islam Makhachev. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think Makhachev has improved more than Charles has. I don't think that's a crazy take to say since they first fought. Why did Moreno fight like that? He has taken too many shots. Yeah, maybe, bro. Just the mileage. DDP versus Jared Cannonier. Yeah, how many has Jared won in a row now? Kind of been slept on in the middleweight division. Because obviously he had the absolute stinker at 276 when he fought Adesanya. Yeah, he beat Vittori and Strickland in his last 2 fights. Yeah, you could argue it. I can't lie. Why not? I'm there for it. I think that's a close fight. I'd love to see Jared get the belt. I think he's chill as fuck. He's a sound guy. Some point, every guy's career, they reach a point where they can't take a shot. Yeah, exactly, man. That's how it is. So it's just the mileage. It catches up, bro. Think Islam ends the year as champ? Yeah, I do. I don't see anyone in as stacked as lightweight is. I don't see anyone beating him at the moment. Someone will. Someone probably will. It's just that goes for everybody. It's a matter of when rather than if, unless they retire off their own back like Khabib. But I think generally speaking, someone will find his chin eventually. Someone has. And they went on to do nothing in their mixed martial arts career, which shows you how crazy this sport is. But no, I don't think Islam. I think Islam will be champ by the end of this year, yeah. Oliveira KOs Islam. I'm going to sleep like a baby that night. Yeah, so will I. And not out of disrespect to Islam Makhachev. I'm actually a big Makhachev fan. I appreciate a lot what he does. You can't not like Charles, man. You like the underdog story. Everyone loves it. Redemption arc. It's hard not to, man. I do think he gets Parks Armand. Yeah, it's a tough one, man. I'm so torn on that pick. I haven't really got one yet. I haven't decided. Yeah, skeptical. Yeah, we're on the same page, man. That's why we've both got Cooper in the name, bro. You know. He does talk like today on Instagram, though. What do you mean? You reckon George Hardwick will become ranked in the UFC? So if you said he was in the UFC, I'd say absolutely, because I think he's very underappreciated. Even though he lost on the Contender Series, I think he just probably came in with the wrong game plan. A bit of underestimation in there as well. Whether he becomes ranked, I don't know. Too early to say. But I'm a big Hardwick fan. Do you think anything can be done to make flyweight more interesting? No, not really. I think mate, I completely disagree with you there, Paul. In fact, fuck it. I disagree with that so much. Don't worry, I'm not going to ban you or some shit. I'm going to start a poll. Because myself and Will on the podcast, we are huge advocates for flyweight main events. We actually posted a clip about banning heavyweight fight night main events because they're boring. They don't need 5 rounds. And we got some flack for that because we said Makhachev should be headlining because we like flyweight main events. And we got a lot of flack on that Instagram reel for a clip from the podcast today. But I'm personally a big fan of flyweights. I don't know. I completely disagree with you, man. I think flyweights are some of the most engaging fights you're going to get. You get awesome scrambles. Grappling exchanges are lightning quick. It's great fun, man. Any good prospects in England? George Hardwick, as I said, is definitely one of them, bro. Makhachev will be at 170 before he loses the belt. Yeah, I can see him moving up for double champ. I think Leon is probably his toughest fight he's going to get at the moment. I don't think anyone in that lightweight division is going to contest him to that level. I think Leon is going to give him a run for his money. What's next? Ronald Allen. Oof. Let me get the rankings up, actually, real quick. I always have to do this. I can't name this shit off the top of my head. Anyone who says they can is lying. Featherweight. What are we looking at here? Give him Yair Rodriguez. I think that's a logical one. Both coming off losses in similar spots. No brainer for me. See, 71% of you guys agree. You know how it is. Flyweights are good. He lost to a scrub on Contender Series. Oh, what's up, Donut? Yeah, I said came in wrong game plan. Maybe I like Hardwick a lot, but yeah, he needs to room to improve. I think is the phrase to use. Why the hell is Charles being forced to fight again after beating Dariush? Yeah, it's where the chips have fell, innit? I mean, he should have had the title shot, but that's what happens. You get cut in sparring, butterfly effect. Fast forward a year and a half, and look where we are. Or is it a year and a half? It wasn't that long ago. That's not true at all. A few months even. Flyweight got to get Cup and Makhachev up the rankings. I mean, they're up there. I think you just need more near the lower side of the ladder, really, more than anything. Flyweight scrambles, will call it. Yeah, man, they're awesome. Flyweight and bantamweight, it's just awesome. Go watch like older Cody Garbrandt fights. Some of those scrambles with Dominic Cruz in that fight just comes to mind. They're just so fun. Heavyweights gas up to the first rounds. Exactly. That's why you don't need 5. And that's what I'm saying. If you're doing it, listen, a guy like Tom Aspinall, I understand it because he can actually fight at that pace. But honestly, I don't know if you guys watched a fight night not that long ago, or maybe a couple of months ago. I mentioned it on the podcast the other day. Mick Parkin, this English guy, fought this other heavyweight dude on short nose. Generally, one of the worst fights I've ever watched in my life. They gassed out after like one round. They're just sitting there. plodding at each other with their big fucking bellies, and it's just the most depressing thing you've ever seen in your life. Thank fuck it was free, because that was on a pay-per-view. I'd feel so sorry for you guys. YouTube account, why would he have a burner with DJ as his profile picture? Bro. Bantamweight's in a great spot. Yeah, they have been for a long time. Bantamweight is great, man. Such an awesome division. I think it hits that sweet spot right where you want it with the knockout power, which sometimes you lack at flyweight. But then you get the excitement, the same level of movement, excitement, and speed you get at the 125 division. It's the perfect blend. I think that's why bantamweight to lightweight it's the sweet spot, you know? We don't know that Aspinall can push the pace for 5 rounds. That is true. That is true. We've never seen him go that far. But his conditioning, from what I've heard from his camps and I've seen videos on and, you know, done my research on my videos, you know, that guy he trains five rounds all the time, more. And it's like not second nature to him. And again, of course, a fight environment is going to be different. I know that. But I would have faith in him if he said he could go 5 rounds. Let's put it this way. I believe he could do it a lot more than someone like Derek Lewis can. I don't know. I'll leave it at that. What do you think about O'Malley's PED ban a couple of years back? I can't even remember that. Did he get banned for PEDs? When was that? I didn't know about that. It's like when Volkanovski fought Ortega, and then he found out Ortega popped for steroids a couple of years back, and they were at the press conference. He's like, I didn't know you popped. That was a terrible Australian accent. That was more like South African or New Zealand. But it was sounded something like that. How many stories did we hear? Another Hamzat going hours in the gym. Yeah, it's true. That's true. Very true. As I said, fight environment is different. We don't know until we know. But if you're good enough like Aspinall, you never have to know because he knocks everyone out anyway. So we'll see. But I would have faith in him being able to, personally. But who knows, man? Yeah, did Islam pop? I know there was rumors about the whole IV drip thing after 284, but I don't know if he popped steroids. I don't know anything about that. History of fraud checks in the UFC. Yeah, it's been on my shortlist for a while. It has been done. But again, everything's been done in this game. Yeah, that's a shout, though. In fact, no, I'll tell you what, I did say earlier I was going to give you guys, at the start of the stream, I'd give you guys a hint of what was to come for the video this Friday. Thank you guys for sticking around in the stream. Fuck it, I won't even give you a hint. I'll just tell you what it is. I'm feeling nice today. I am doing a video. I saw someone else do this in a completely different niche, but the concept I really liked. And I think it's been done in MMA before once or twice, but it didn't really, like by small channels, and it was a while ago. I'm doing the 7 deadly sins as UFC fighters. And I think that's a pretty cool idea, personally. So I'm having a lot of fun making it. It took me a while to really sort of articulate what I wanted to say because it's quite an abstract topic. But the video's coming along nicely. Started the edit today and been chipping away at the hour-long history of the UFC video, which will be out in the week up to 300. So stay tuned for that as well. But yeah, we're doing the 7 deadly sins as UFC fighters, which is kind of cool. Yeah, he popped a while back. Yeah, I'm going to have to look into that. I did not know that. I hope Arsenal fights Blades. Yeah, I'd like that rematch. Get smoked by Superior American Wrestling and Man Strength. I gotta disagree, man. 7 deadly sins. Didn't know I was Christian. I ain't, man. But it's a funny idea. It's cool. And I can still tackle it with the same level of... like, it's a style of video that a lot of people who just talk to the camera would make or do the shitty tier list videos. No offense to those that do. I'm just sick of them. But I can do it in my own style as well. So it's fine. You know what I mean? The 7 deadly sins video, I think it's cool. I can really flex my... vocabulary, if you will, my thespian feel, unleash my inner Shakespeare a little bit. But yeah, it's been fun. It's a fun one to make. Enjoyed writing it. Greed definitely is McGregor. No, he isn't. Yeah, I went a bit left field with Greed actually. McGregor is one of them. I will say that he is one of them, but he is not McGregor. Greed is not McGregor. In fact, I'll give you guys a couple guesses. You guys can have a couple guesses. What you think Greed is? It's not who you think actually. Daniel got clown after 284 with the IV stuff. Yeah, he did, didn't he? I know he made it all a bigger thing than it was. I actually did a video on it way back in the day. If some of you guys are real OGs and remember that video, I did a video on him with the whole IV issue. Back when I was kind of still figuring out what I wanted to make. I might actually delete it. It's not a great video. But it is there. I got a lot of hate for that too, actually. I think it might be my most disliked video. Still like mostly positive, but I got a lot of Islam Makhachev fans just getting after me. Greed is Shemaev. No, he's not. I don't think you can call. I don't think Greed fits Chimaev that well, to be honest. Ali is the shady guy in the history of the MMA. Yeah, that's a good video. I might do a video on him actually. That's a good idea. I'll tell you, I'm actually going to write that down. I have to do it on my notes page on my phone, which I'm recording with, so I'll do it afterwards. In fact, I'll just type it in my notepad so I don't forget on my computer. I like that idea a lot, man. Might be a bit difficult to do a video on it, but I'm gonna write that down, man. I like that. I like that a lot. Shamal, because he wants a title shot in every division. I will give you a hint. It is along the lines of wanting title shots. It is along those lines. Pride McGregor. No. No, it's not. A good shout, though. McGregor is one of them. Envy, Izzy over Alex. Very close. Very close. The Dagestani fans are pretty crazy. Yeah, man. I got nothing against them. They just support their guy. Everyone loves that. Everyone likes specific fighters. That's how it is. Alexander Volkanovski. Yes, you got it, bro. For Greed, Alexander Volkanovski is Greed. And I don't mean it in a bad way, you know? But you can see where I'm going with the sort of narrative threads with it, why I went for Volkanovski, if you think about it a little bit. I think it makes sense for Greed. I was flip-flopping on a few of them, actually, but I thought Volkanovski fit it best in terms of telling the story. I quite liked it. Pride can be Tony Ferguson. No, I didn't go with Pride. I don't think Pride fits Tony Ferguson too much. Well done, Ali. Good shout, bro. Shadings for sure. Yeah, it's a good video idea. Volk is Greed, bro. Think about it. Think about it. He dared for double champ status, even when his coaches said not to do it. He got too greedy for 2 belts. And look where he is now. He paid the price. Listen, I'm a bit poetic with it. Don't take it too seriously. I don't blame Volkanovski for taking it, and I say that in the video. But don't blame him for taking that. You know, you guys know I'm a massive Volkanovski fan, man. He earned it. I don't think he earned. Well, listen. Yeah, but he should have waited. That's my argument. Well, I don't think he should have, but you get the point. Listen, it just fits the narrative. It fits the idea of the video. It's just a bit of fun, bro. Sloth, maybe Paolo. No. Good shout, though. Lost Brian Ortega. No. What did I even do for Lost? I went a bit more abstract with it because you kind of have to be a bit weird with it. I didn't go abstract for Gluttony. You can have a guess on what Gluttony is. That's a good point, though. That's a good idea, George. I wish I did that. You guys can probably guess what I did for Gluttony if you just think about it like, realistically. I kind of don't want to give away the whole video, but fuck it, I'm having too much fun here. You can probably guess what Gluttony was. What is Gluttony? There's your answer. There's only one man it could be. Well, maybe 2. Maybe 3. Actually, no. Now 2. Oh, shit. Are we good? Are we... I can't see chat right now. I don't know if chat's popping up. My chat's frozen. This is not good. So if you guys have actually said anything, I can't see that shit. Ah, here we go. Gluttony, DC. No, but good pick, though. Raf, maybe Hamzat. No, but a good shout. Good shout as well. No, Raf, I went a bit more logical with Raf, actually. I mean, there's plenty. There's so many. Listen, I flip-flop on a lot of them because a lot of them kind of blur. They kind of blend together. There's a lot of ones that you could pick from. Because of Tony's pride that he's struggling to hang up the gloves. Oh, of course. Yeah, that's a good shout. I was thinking like Prime Tony. But yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. But pride is more like hubris. That's where I went with it. Like overconfidence. Sort of something like that. So I wasn't thinking of Tony. But I get what you're saying. Jones could probably use this all 7. I will give you he was one of them. Yeah, there's no way he couldn't be on that list, man. Who else has success in eating? I'll tell you then. Who's got the heaviest weigh-in UFC history? There's your answer. I also went with another guy. I've mentioned 2. I sort of jotted between them. I actually did 2 for Pride as well. I did 2. So that was interesting. One is a bit of an older one. Not old one, but like mid 2010s. Maybe a bit later. Yeah, a bit later than that, actually. But it fits it perfectly. I think Pride, when I thought of his name, I was like, that's a great shout. I will give you a clue. I'm trying to think of an abstract clue. I can give you one for Pride. I'm pondering. Upset. I'll give you that. I'll throw you that one for Pride. Ilya is Pride. Yes. Ali, bro, you're all over it, mate. That was one of them. I did two Pride. Ilya, I did as Pride for one of them. Hey, you know it, bro. Mid 2010s being old. Yeah, listen, it's relative to me, bro. And most of the people in the chat, I imagine. Listen, most MMA fans these days are kind of new. That's how it is. I'm sorry, Donut. It is shut vault completely off. He did, man. He did. That's how it is. Is Jones Evie? No, he isn't. But Ali's got it. Ali, bro, you're Sherlock Holmes over here, man. I have to give you the credit. Fair fucking play. You got it down. Wrath. Indeed he is. Jones is Wrath, bro. Yeah, you're spoiling the entire video. It's fine. You guys can enjoy it anyway. You better watch the whole thing. You guys, I want that average watch time up so that it gets pushed to new viewers. You guys got to watch the video all the way through. So you better now. Even though I'm spoiling the video, you guys better stick through it. Nah, I'm joking. But if you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. You know, I'm taking the piss. But think Nate will ever fight in the UFC again? No, I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. I don't want him to. He's washed, and I like Diaz, but that guy will be fighting in his grave. So it wouldn't surprise me if he does come back in some capacity. And he probably made more money in that Jake Paul fight than he ever did under the UFC's banner. So I remember this is just a bit random. I remember a while back when I was streaming, my OBS accidentally had my Spotify unmuted, and you guys could just hear my music. And that stream got copyright claimed because I didn't even know it was playing through. Even though I did mute it when I found out. That stream got bagged. Worst trash talk in the UFC? I'll give you a hint, actually, because I was going to say, the person I was thinking of is Pride. It's the other one for Pride. So there's a little hint for you. The other person for Pride has some really bad trash talk. Remember, as soon as Islam knocked out Volk, I said, Ilya, big punch KO, and you were like, nah. Did I say no? I was probably hoping the opposite would happen. Believe me, I was picking Ilya for a long time before I went back. We got Volk, agreed, Ilya Pride, Jones Wrath, Gluttony, the heavyweight that missed weight. No, he didn't miss weight. Did he miss weight? I don't even know. He's a fan favorite, I'll give you that. Is he got to be out there for worst trash talk? I don't think he's as bad as people say. He's just a bit goofy, but he's not bad. Colby Covington. Colby is one of them. I can't even remember which one. But Colby is one of them. But not Pride. He ain't Pride. Which one is he? I don't even know. Can't remember. Pena, no. Like Volk, it's so sad to see him. Yeah, of course it is, man. But again, it's age, bro. Time's undefeated. You know how it is. Worst trash talk I've ever heard was Peter McNeely's garbage promo right before being murdered by Tyson. I need to look at that. That's a bit before my time. Even though obviously I've watched Tyson fights, but I'm not really. I've never been huge on boxing in the same way I have with MMA. I just have the sort of the shout. T Ortiz worst trash talk. That is actually true. He does have the worst trash talk, but he isn't Pride. He ain't Pride in the 7 sins list. Yeah. That's a good shout, though. Honestly, if I ever get to any excuse, if you guys watch my recent videos, any excuse I get to use that video of Tito Ortiz doing the G-force thing when his entire skin just sags down his face and he's looking like this. Like any excuse I get to use that video, I will use it again, bro. Try to talk with an 8-year-old boy who thinks he's a girl. Yeah, he can do what he wants, but listen. You can't hate Izzy's accomplishments out in the cage. You can dislike him outside of it. It's whatever, bro. He's a legit fighter. Chance they have a card at the Burnabout? I don't think they will. I think Dana was under the impression when the reporter mentioned it that the Burnabout was an indoor stadium. The roof can close, so technically it is, but logistically it's a completely different ball game. I'd love it because we haven't had an event on that scale, and it would make sense. And I really hope it does happen, Arthur. I really do. And maybe it's a little bit pessimistic of me, but we'll have to see. I would love it. Yeah, I think everyone would love it. It'd be awesome. It's weird. I'm used to saying there's a podcast episode out tonight, but it's a Tuesday because I'm streaming on a Tuesday. I told you guys. I promised I would get more streams in. So podcast will be on Sunday, as per in the video. Will be on Friday. Ian Gary is Pride. Ooh, that's a shout. See, you guys are giving me good ideas now. Maybe if it does well, I'll do a part 2. You know, I'll do a part 2 for sure if it does well. I think there's so many fighters you could do. So definitely a part 2 would be up there. Will it be a bad time zone for us? No, it wouldn't, George. You know it. Colby, Envy. Nope. Colby's one of them. I can't even remember which one, but he's not Envy. You were close the first time, bro. You said Israel Adesanya versus Pereira. You're very close. Think Gary Colby happens? I hope so. I think it's a fun matchup. Makes sense. Colby's on a decline. Needs to fight down a little bit. Gary's fighting upwards. Trash talk will be fun. It will sell pay-per-views. Why not run it? I think it's good. I think logic dictates that it will happen. Depends. It's not too honest. It's down to Colby. It wouldn't surprise me if Colby ducks that fight. But hey, we'll see. It's a good matchup. It's a fun one. Good to see Gary's wrestling get tested. Is he an Alex Lust? No. No. What did I do for Lust? I can't even remember. I think I might have done Colby. Because he, like the lust, it's the intense desire for something. For whether it's a person or an object. The desire for money was where I was going with. Yeah, I did Colby for that. Again, Colby could fit half of those though, you know. Alex is more envy of how he was doing. Arthur, you hit the nail on the head, bro. There's the answer, bro. There's the answer. Is he the most overrated of this generation's longest reigning champs? No. Come on, man. That's bullshit. Who did he fought? Did he fight anyone in a rematch in his title reign? Pereira. But that doesn't count. That wasn't part of his first reign. The one I would say, as much as I actually like, he fought Whitaker twice. But to be honest, that's actually a rematch which was, one, justified, and two, a worthy win. I would actually say it would be Usman, purely because he fought Masvidal twice, who was washed on both times in comparison. So, and he fought Colby twice as well, you know? Like, he fought two guys twice in his title reign, you know? So for me, and I like Usman, I think his reign is actually disrespected, but I will say it is overrated at the same time. Alex Poliana Viana's video, yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. I don't really care. MMA fans are weird. Flyweight's fun, but they don't have personalities. That I kind of agree with. Some of them maybe lacking in personality, but yeah, you do need the bad guys. I'll just sort of on the opposite side of what you're saying, Aditya, but McGregor, Sloth or Envy? Yeah, you got it right. Sloth, my boy. He is Sloth. Perfect fit. Derek Lewis's last dude cut out Ronda Rousey after knocking out her husband. Yeah, what, Travis Brown? That's some crazy shit. That would be a good shout. Is he never fought a competent grappler? Robert Whittaker's a very competent grappler, so I disagree with you there. Jared Cannonier is a good wrestler. I got to disagree with that. Marvin Vettori's a good wrestler. Marvin Vettori maybe not like a bit more well-rounded guy, but you can't say he never fought good wrestlers. He beat Yoel Romero, who obviously didn't use his wrestling, but he's a silver medalist in the Olympics. You cannot say he didn't fight good grapplers, because that's just not true. Luke Rockhold would be insane for Lost. I did consider that. I did consider that. I will say Luke Rockhold's one of them, though. I mentioned it earlier. He's one of them. Usman has proven to be able to handle different styles, unlike Izzy, but Usman's wins are not that great. I disagree. I think Izzy's fought all sorts of different styles. You ever tried MMA yourself? I train jiu-jitsu. I haven't in a while, though, because of medical bullshit. It's kept me out. But, yeah, I've done jiu-jitsu for like a year and a half. But not MMA in particular. But jiu-jitsu, yes. No-gi, baby. No-gi jiu-jitsu. Yeah, UFC sucks, and there's nothing on the THQ games. I never played the old ones. UFC 5, I suck. I'm terrible at it. I'm awful at it, man. Honestly, I think in my current season, I'm 0-8. I just can't win. I just get cooked by spammers. I used to be good at the UFC games. UFC 3 and 4, I was actually pretty good. UFC 5, I just get absolutely swarmed. Imagine if Yoel actually used his wrestling, he would have been middleweight champ. Maybe. Izzy's got very underrated takedown defense, and I will die on that hill. You can like him or hate him. I think his takedown defense is criminally underrated. Yeah, I'm gonna stay for a couple more minutes. I'm gonna head off, get some rest, and wind down for the evening. Because it's a busy day for me today. Lots of work going on. We'll be back on it tomorrow, but I'll be on for a few more and a few more of you guys' questions. Ilya, next fight is who? I mean, logic for me, Max Holloway would be the pick. But there's plenty of shouts, man. But I like Max Holloway. I don't want to give him Evloev because that's boring. Whittaker's not a competent grappler, 0 submission threat and no ground and pound. What? Well, Usman, well, see, by that logic, Usman's not a competent grappler because he has zero submission threat nor ground and pound. Let's be honest here. Usman's got neither of those things, but he's still a very competent grappler. So, by that logic, Usman's not a good grappler, which I disagree with. So, no, I disagree. Brunson was sloppy, washed, and could only push for a round. Yeah, but Brunson wasn't in his title reign. I was talking about his title reign. Brunson, I agree, is washed and can only push for a round, but he went in the title reign. Yo couldn't wrestle after his fused neck. Okay. You can't just drop that at the end, bro. I was taking your point seriously. Come on, man. I mean, I know you're half joking, half not, but I think his takedown defense is underrated. Adesanya, I'm talking about. I'll play Undisputed 3 on PS3. Yeah, I would, man. I used to have a PS3 back in the day. Don't have it anymore, sadly. CTE video in the future. Yeah, I mean, Mixed Martial Academic's done a pretty comprehensive run on that. I don't really want to steal his thunder. So I'd go watch that one. I'm assuming you've seen it. Good idea, though. Watch when Izzy faced Hamzat, Ikram, or even Fluffy's going to get ragdolled. I don't know, man. I actually think the Hamzat fight's closer than people say. Izzy's cardio is very underrated. Volk, Greed, Ilya, Pride, McGregor, Sloth, Gluttony, have it as a backflip celebration. Close. Yeah, I think he's almost. Rockhold, Raf. No. Rockhold is also Pride. I did 2 for Pride. John Jones for Wrath. And I think there's one or two more in there. I don't know. Listen, no more dissecting the video. We're moving on. No more dissecting my video, all right? I gave you too much as it is. Usman has far better control ground and pound than Whittaker. Well, yeah, but you're moving the goalposts now, don't you, man? You're moving the goalposts. I look back at that Till and Drucker's fight and just think of the timeline where Till finished him. Yeah. I mean, you could say that about a lot of fights, man. Imagine if we didn't have COVID. Imagine where the sport would be now. It'd be completely different. I mean, obviously, that's a bit more of a seismic event. What if Yarn didn't knee Aljo? Who knows where we'd be, man? That's it. Crazy. Or if Leon didn't land that kick. No one knows, man. I still think Leon would probably be champ down the line. It would just take him a while because the UFC did not rate him at all, sadly. He faced a bunch of well-rounded, aka mediocre fighters. I don't know. I do disagree, personally. I think Jared Cannonier is underrated. I think he's very underrated, actually. Only really loses to the elite level guys. I think everyone in that... Who else did he fight? I mean, Marvin Torrey. Yeah, Marvin Torrey is a little bit overrated, I will concede. Kelvin Gastelum at that point in his career was very good. I think that's a fair win. I mean, Yoel Romero, you could argue the fight was boring, but Adesanya fought his fight and he won. Paulo Costa, still a good win. I don't think that's and beating Alex Pereira in the rematch. Come on, man. Motion uplifting video on Alex Pereira. I've done it, man. I've done it. I did a video on Pereira a couple months ago. I actually think it was some of my better work. So it still holds up. It's called, I think it's just called Poatan or something like that. Or Blood and Stone, I think I changed the title to. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll find it. You can feast on that. I'll do another one in the future, though, for sure. It was really fun covering him. Usman versus Khabib at 170 in 2020. What happens? Yeah, who knows? Oof. I'd probably still say Khabib just because he just seems so unstoppable. I don't know. I'm moving the goalposts. I said Izzy next a few. Never faced a competent wrestler / grappler, which is true. Well, that's a matter of opinion. And I disagree, as I said. I think Whittaker and a silver medalist in the Olympics is a pretty competent grappler / wrestler, if you ask me, bro. Khabib never retired. I don't know. Makhachev probably wouldn't be champ. I'll put it that way. I think Khabib's time would be done about now. Sounds about right. But yeah, Makhachev would not be a champ, I'd say. Not yet. He would be in the future, just not now. Alex Pereira wants to fight at 300 and 301. Yeah. I mean, he's just trying to gain favor. That's not possible. I say that Chimaev did 2 fights in like 20 days, or less than that. So there you go. Costa had all the hype going in the world going to the fight. Yeah, I mean he beat Yoel Romero. You know, that's no shame in that at all. And he, in a war as well, and he was undefeated. You know, he's called the Eraser for a reason. He had a lot of hype around him. Shows you how good he is, though. Made him look like a joke. Cannonier did not wrestle. Yeah, you know why? Because it's difficult to do it against Adesanya. I agree Cannonier didn't fight the right game plan, but Adesanya plays a lot of traps to lull you into his game plan, and that's partly what worked against Cannonier. GSP versus Khabib should have happened. Yeah. No, I don't know. It's a shame because even when the GSP that beat Bisping weren't even prime GSP, so I don't know. If you could take prime GSP from what 2011, 2010, probably a little bit earlier than that, and then face him against Khabib from 2019, 2018, that would be money. So I haven't even closed the poll. There you go. All right, a couple more. Israel Gino Adesanya. Yeah, I don't even know about that. No proof has come out. Costa Dilidze. Yeah, I'm not crazy for it. Didn't Dilidze just lose his last fight, or did he just win? No, he just got battered, didn't he? I think that's a bit too much of a step down for Costa personally. Sabit didn't have medical issues. He still wouldn't be champ. The guy had no cardio. He had no cardio. He had cardio for about... His team managed to renegotiate a main event against Calvin Kattar to make it 3 rounds instead of 5 because they knew he'd gas out if they did 5. It's the only reason he won. Let's not get it twisted. Zabit's cardio was shocking. Whether that was due to his medical issues or not, I don't know. But every time he fought, he gassed. So, no, he would never have been champ. I've always thought he's been really overrated. Mark Madsen's a silver medalist and also got out-grappled. I know it doesn't automatically translate, but Yo has proven that he can wrestle. And I will agree he's old. But I don't know. I think you're disrespecting Adesanya a little bit too much. And I'm not even a massive Izzy fan. I've seen the comments Jamal Hill has been posting on X a few weeks ago. No, oh yeah, just getting angry at people for no reason. Yeah. I mean Jamal Hill is not the sharpest tool in the shed. And I'll leave it at that, guys. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you guys for tuning in on a Tuesday where I kind of didn't announce. I actually did announce on the Discord, which if you aren't in, please join. I will actually, real quick before we jump off, I will post the link in for some of you guys who haven't seen the link. You guys can jump in there. We talk all things MMA in there, and it'll be good to get some more of you in there. And I'll do my best to reply when I can. I have to alternate between my accounts, and obviously I'm working and stuff. But jump in there if you haven't already. I appreciate the support. New video on Friday, podcast on Sunday. Anything in between, of course, I will announce. And I'll let you guys know. So I appreciate the support. Thank you for jumping on the stream. Appreciate the love. And I'll see you. I'll probably stream us again this week before next Sunday. Call me crazy. But we'll see. I'll let you guys know. Thank you. Good luck with your exam, Ali. Thank you, guys. And I'll see you later. Cheers.